you're actually in the most fortunate position a human could possibly be born in, where you can sit in front of a computer, type on a keyboard, and make monumental wealth. It's never been easier than it is right now, but the men were harder. The problem is not the economic climate. The problem is not the lack of opportunities. The problem is that when you are offered a solution to your woes, you fail to take action.
There is no such thing as the perfect time to do anything because all timing is divine. God gave you time, and he gave you time to take action. Trust me, the world can function perfectly fine without you. So you have to ask yourself a question. What are you here for? You're here to do things. Action, inaction, cause and effect. These are the simple rules of the universe. If you do not take action, if you do not move, if you think that the timing will be better later on, something's going to change in the future that's going to make it easier, that you'll work later, you don't have to work now, you are going to feel the bitter, permanent sting of regret.
What's easier, being in a constant state of FOMO and guilt and poverty, or dedicating yourself for a few hours a day to pay your bills? You're actually taking the harder option. The truly lazy option is to be successful. The real dedication and hard work doesn't come from success. It comes from failure. Do you understand the inverse here? Do you understand the laziest thing you can do is have the best life ever? If you truly love chilling so much, if you truly lack motivation, if you're truly not a try-hard, then just get stuff done. Then you can stop thinking about it, stop worried about it. That's the best thing you can do. If you're really dedicated, stay ugly, stay fat, and stay broke. Go for it. Now you get to dedicate your life to eternal suffering. Enjoy.
What do you want me to say? I gave you a guaranteed win. I gave you a way to make the money. I came on here every day and told you to f***ing work. I kept making the pot of gold closer and closer. No matter how close I dragged it, you just stood there like a dipshit. No matter what situation I put you in, you'll find a way to lose. There is no other justification for your monumental impotence and lack of action besides the fact that your DNA enlaced with loserdom. Listen to me now. Listen in your heart. Listen to me. Because in 2 years, when I play this video back, you're going to hate yourself for your lack of action. You need to work. You need to dedicate yourself. You need to take these next few months seriously. You need to analyze all of the mistakes you've made. You need to stop wasting your time and stop relying on me for temporary bursts of motivation so that you can focus on something for once in your life. Act or fail. You have been told, if you ignore my warnings, then you deserve the future which you are headed for. If you do not change the direction in which you are going, you're going to end up exactly where you're headed. You could be a someone. All you had to do was work these last few years. Could be a millionaire. You could literally keep your parents alive longer, and you still didn't try. Extra years of consciousness for the people who birthed you is somehow not as important as jerking off on Pornhub to fucking scumbag losers like you. And you don't feel any shame in your fucking heart? There's nothing bothering you deep inside? You sleep just fine? Everything's okay, is it? Doop-de-doo. The fuck is wrong with you people? I don't understand. Andrew, can you motivate me? And here I am, respected as one of the greatest orators in the English language, trying my best to convince you to win. I'm not trying to convince you to lose. I'm trying to convince you to do something you should already want to fucking do, which is win. And I can't seem to get you to take action and move and work. I need to get through to you. Please listen. When you watch our videos, I don't want you to be happy for us. I don't want you to sit there and go, that would be cool. I want you to watch our videos and think, how do I get where they are? How do I get involved in that life? How do I get next to the Tates or build a replicable life for myself and my team? How do I reach that echelon of masculine capability? Look around yourself. Look at the room you're in now. Look at the woman you're next to. Look at the car you drive. Look at all of it. Say, am I happy with this? Do I want something else? Do I want more? How do I get what they have? They are two brothers from the bottom who were broke with nothing, who have everything now. How did they do it? How do I do it? I'm not showing you these videos for you to have a fucking happy, fun time. I'm showing you these videos to motivate you and explain to you there is an entire version of reality that you have yet to crack.
Like, don't you want to try a different version of reality? You've lived this life where you wake up and you earn a little bit of money and you're really grateful to buy things because you can't afford everything. So, save up for stuff, and then you buy something and you're grateful for it. And then an emergency comes and wipes out your savings and you go back to work. You've tried that version of reality. Let's try the new one, right? Let's try my version of reality. You buy every car. Why? Because it makes no difference to your bank. You buy a jet, you buy a yacht, you buy Bugattis. You spend $1 million a month on basically nothing, just day-to-day expenses like security and cigars and staff. And yeah, sure, I'm not saying my life is perfect. Hedonistic adaptation's a bitch. Sometimes you sit and go, I bought all this shit and I spend all this money, and I don't even really care about any of it. That does happen. But I can always go back to being broke. I can always just give it up again. I've lived poor. Now I get to live rich. Do you want to live all the different versions? We only live once. Your primary reason to get rich shouldn't be to get stuff. It should be to take care of the people you love and to experience a new version of life. For the same reason you want to go traveling and try some new food. Try a new life where you're not fucking broke. You're only living once and you're sitting there going, oh, I don't have motivation. You don't have motivation to change the game before you expire. You're never going to wake up rich ever once before you die. Do you have any idea how great it feels to wake up rich? It's a great feeling. And yeah, there are some rich people who say money doesn't buy happiness, blah, blah. You can always just give it away. You can go back to being broke again. I might go broke at the end, mix it up for the last year, Become homeless or something. Who cares? It's funny. But I have the choice. Because I've worked hard and I'm successful, so I can decide to be broke. You don't have a choice. You're broke by force. I can have whatever the fuck I want. Which means if I don't have something, I made a conscious decision. I decided not to fuck that female because she is desperate for me. I win. I have control. I'm the winner. That's why it is extremely important you get up off your ass and stop being broke. So you can experience a new life where you matter. Money is one of the most common things on the planet because they can print it from thin air. They don't have to mine it. They don't even have to print it on paper anymore. They can just type it into a computer. So money's not a rare thing. But there are some things that are rare. What's rare is finding a man who is dependable, who will turn up on time, who will try his very best, who won't lie or cheat or scam or make excuses. That is rare. And if you're that kind of person, you will always end up rich because money's worth nothing, and that's worth everything. If you don't have any money being thrown at you, it's because you're not the kind of person who deserves to have money thrown at them. A beautiful woman who is loyal and obedient and quiet and nice and makes a home a happy place. They never need jobs because they are rare. And a man who turns up on time with a firm handshake and tries his best and dedicates himself and doesn't lie or cheat or scam and takes an interest in his work, he always ends up rich because he's more valuable than money. The way to make money is to be more valuable than money. And truthfully, there are not many doers in the world. There are not many people who get up and decide to go and do something, to take action, and to do it properly and completely. Those kind of people always end up rich. It's impossible to not be rich. New money exists every day. They just invent it from the sky anyway. Of course it's going to end up with the doers. It's not going to end up with the fucking idiots, is it? So next time you're sitting around at home thinking, how do I make money? I need money. Stop thinking of money as above you. Money's not above you. Money is below you. And if only you could be a little bit more disciplined, a little bit more dedicated, if only you could focus a little bit more and pay a little bit more attention, you would be far above money. And once you're above money, it flows to you. People pay me money to answer the phone. People pay me money to reply to them. People just pay me money because I'm worth so much more than money. I'm Andrew Tate. That's who you need to be. And it's really not that difficult because the competition is very low. There are people out here in the world today
as screwed as Earth is, in the mess that we're currently living in, who are still obsessed with sports stars and pop music, their competition is zero. They're just out drinking, watching sports, distracting themselves on TikTok. They're losers. All you have to do is focus on yourself. You're gonna win.
Life hack. Gonna give you all a life hack. Nobody on the planet has ever woken up and thought, I want to impress him. I want to impress that person. Your girlfriend doesn't want to impress you, which is why you don't get a threesome on your birthday. Your boss doesn't want to impress you, which is why he treats you like shit. Your friends don't want to impress you, so they don't go out of their way. Nobody is trying to impress you. Think about this. You are going through life as an individual that nobody is trying to impress. Imagine how different your life would be if people were trying to impress you. See, when you're me, when you're Andrew Tate, when you're Top G, when people meet you, they try to impress you. Hey, I can do this. I'm capable of doing this. If you talk to me, you'll get this. They try and impress me, which allows me to get the best from people. Women try and impress me, which makes them subservient because they want to get the best from me and I get the best from them. Nobody is trying to impress you. This is going over your head. I want you to think about this. You're going through life and nobody's trying to impress you. So let's fix this problem. Let's fix it. Your entire version of the Matrix, your entire version of reality will be better if every time you meet people, they're trying to impress you. Now you're going to get the best of these people. Your life's going to be far better than it currently is. Let's think about this logically as professionals. If we want people to try and impress us, let's work out how that is done. If you meet me, or if you meet Donald Trump, if you have half a brain, you're going to be trying to impress us. Why? What is your intention? Your intention is to make us like you or make us remember you because you believe there'll be a financial benefit. You believe there'll be a social benefit. You believe that perhaps you're going to gain status. There's something you're looking for because people are self-interested. You're trying to impress me or Elon or Trump. You're trying to impress someone else so that you gain, which is fine. People are trying to impress me when I meet them so that they gain, which is fine. So we have to reverse engineer this. Think about it. Why would you try and impress somebody famous or somebody important? Who is that person? Why would you try and impress them? What are you trying to gain? And how can you apply that to yourself? How can you do certain things in your own life so that people now try and impress you? Reverse engineer it. Sit down, get a pen and paper. This is a life hack. And think, if I could meet anyone on the planet tomorrow, I'd try and impress them this way because I want to gain these things. Once you have that written down, reverse engineer it, swap positions, and be the guy that people are trying to impress. And you will see your entire version of reality change. Stop trying to be the one who's impressing others and start being the one people trying to impress. Every single relationship on earth, whether it's romantic, whether it's a diplomatic deal between sovereign states, whether it's a business relationship, whether it's a friendship, every single one is a value exchange. Both people have to give value and both people have to receive value for any of these relationships to last long term. If one person is receiving more than they're giving, then eventually it will break down and the relationship will end. So value exchange is extremely important. Whenever you meet anybody, understand they are looking to extract from you. They are selfish. They want to take things from you. And you're only talking to them because you want to take things from them back. Value exchange is the basis of not only international diplomacy, it is the basis of marriage, it is the basis of friendship, it is the basis of business, it is the basis of absolutely everything. When you go into a store, you give them dollars, they give you a milkshake. That is a value exchange that you have both agreed upon. Therefore, it is your primary objective in all relationships to understand how you are prepared to be used and what you want in return. Most men typically are prepared to be used for protection and provision. We are happy for you to extract resource from us. We are happy for you to expect us to protect you. In return, what we want is respect. What we want is peace. We want to be provided for with small acts of care. We want to know that we matter in your world, and we want to feel different. We want to understand that you view us differently than other men in a hyper-competitive, masculine environment. When you understand these things, relationships are easy. So if you're ever sitting there and you're wondering why your relationship isn't working out, or your friendship's breaking down, or a business relationship isn't working, sit there and say, okay, how am I happy to be used? What do I have that this person can extract from me? How can this person use me so they benefit and I am happy with it? And how can I use them so I benefit and they are happy with it? Mutual using, mutual selfishness. It is the mutual selfishness and the dual attempts at extracting as much as possible, which will result in happy relationships. So you have to understand exactly what you're prepared to give up and what you're trying to take.